Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good evening, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Today, the big news story: terrorist kills at least 2 worshipers at Manchester Synagogue on Yom Kippur. So we're going to break that down today. We'll give it a few minutes, wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Let me see how we're looking on the screen here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yeah, the suspect's name is Jihad. Hey Peggy, hey Daz, hey Mink, how you doing? Guys, let me know, how's the picture, how's the sound? Are we looking good? Are we sounding good? Let me know. Hey Claudia, hey Alexis, hey Peggy. Guys, do me a favor when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Hey Carrie. Hey Leslie. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and get started. This definitely will not be a 3-hour live stream or even a 2-hour live stream. Honestly, it should be under an hour. It's not a long decode, but I think it's pretty good. Alright guys, just give me a second to get set up here. Alright guys, we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Hey Apache Ghost, hey Gene Splice, much love. Alright, so the first number we're going to talk about is the number 322. So, King Charles, deeply shocked and saddened by deadly Manchester Synagogue attack. And, of course, he's the king of the United Kingdom where this happened. The birthday of King Charles is November 14th. We get this news on October 2nd. So this happened 322 days after his birthday. 322, the number of skull and bones. And we just talked about this number in a big way with Charlie Kirk. Remember, he died allegedly 322 weeks after the Charlie Kirk show began. It was also 6 years, 66 days after the Charlie Kirk show began. Then remember, we had the music video with Erica Kirk in it, She's My Kind of Crazy. That video was 3 minutes and 22 seconds long. And remember, Kirk was allegedly shot at 12:23, which has the 322 backwards. And don't forget the big part about her being in the video. She flies through the air on a zip line past the numbers 910, which of course is the day Charlie Kirk died allegedly. And then she left the comment. She said, "I had a blast shooting this with Tyler." Of course, Tyler Robinson, the suspect, and a whole bunch of other connections to that music video. We've been breaking it down all week. But anyways, yeah, that music video was 3 minutes, 22 seconds long, and Kirk allegedly died 322 weeks after the first episode of the Charlie Kirk show. And then, you know, other connections to 322, I could go on, but remember the Georgia Guidestones, they opened on 322. They went down on 76. That's because skull and bones equals 76. Remember, member of Skull and Bones, George W. Bush, turned 76 years old the day the Guidestones went down on 7/6, and Skull and Bones equals 76, and they were built under the alias R.C. Christian, which is 76. But anyways, let's focus on the 322, right? So it's 322 days from the birthday of King Charles, right? Well, here's the confirmation. All right. This was at Heaton Park Synagogue. Okay. This happened at Heaton Park Synagogue. Look at this. Heaton Park Synagogue is 223. Like Skull and Crossbones is 223. And that's 322 backwards. How about that? And also notice the Synagogue of Satan is 223. Well, that's very fitting because this is a Jewish synagogue on a Jewish holiday. And Revelation 3:9 says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie." Okay? So Revelation 3:9 about JEWS and the synagogue of Satan. Notice Heaton Park Synagogue is a perfect match to the synagogue of Satan in 3 ciphers. And I know it's a little bit blurry, so I have it typed out again for you right here. And that right there deserves a like and a share. Heaton Park Synagogue, perfect match to the synagogue of Satan. Forwards and backwards. And in one of the reduction ciphers, including the 223, which again is 322 backwards, like Skull and Crossbones, and it's 322 days from the birthday of King Charles. How about that? And that's only slide 1. Don't forget Masonic is also 223. That's in Jewish, actually. Let me show you that. Here, we'll just open a new tab. Let me show you how Masonic is also 223. And we're going to be connecting this to Masonry later on, too. So yeah, in Jewish Gematria, Masonic, 223. Skull and Crossbones, 223. The Synagogue of Satan, 223. Heaton Park Synagogue, 223, which is 322 backwards. It's 322 days from Charles' birthday. And Heaton Park Synagogue is a perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. And again, that verse is, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie." See how it all fits? All right. Now for this next part, I got to give credit to Decoding with Cody because he made a great connection here with Revelation 7:4, and I do have some additions that Cody didn't have. And, we're a great team, me and Cody and all the other decoders, but I think Cody was spot on with his connection here. So, Revelation 7:4, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000, and all the tribes of the children of Israel." Okay, so before I get to the 144 connection, in Jewish tradition, Yom Kippur is connected to sealing through the belief that God inscribes a person's fate for the coming year on Rosh Hashanah and seals the verdict on Yom Kippur. Yes, Yom Kippur is... Whoops. I didn't even touch anything. Here, let me just close this and open up a new tab. Y'all pray for me, man. The spiritual warfare is off the charts lately for me, as usual. But yeah, that shouldn't happen. But oh well, we'll get through it. Maybe I got too many tabs open, but the screen should not have done that for no reason there. All right, so we covered this. Revelation 7:4, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. In Jewish tradition, Yom Kippur is connected to sealing. See how that verse talks about they were sealed, right? In Jewish tradition, Yom Kippur is connected to sealing through the belief that God inscribes a person's fate for the coming year on Rosh Hashanah and seals the verdict on Yom Kippur. This is why the common greeting, or I cut that part off, but yes, Yom Kippur is directly related to judgment within Jewish tradition, okay? So anyways, this verse about sealing in the 144,000, that's Revelation 7:4. Notice in Gematria, stabbing is 74 and Jewish is 74. Don't forget, Masonic is also 74. Killing is also 74. But anyways, that's Revelation 7:4 about the sealing and the 144. And Yom Kippur is connected to sealing and judgment. All right? So speaking of sealing and judgment and Yom Kippur, check this out. Back to Charles, his full name, Charles Philip Arthur George, is 144. Like judgment is 144. Yom Kippur 144. Jesuit Order 144. And Mark of the Beast 144. And what Cody was pointing out, did the UK just seal their fate with this digital ID nonsense, which is going to lead to the Mark of the Beast? Now, some people think the Mark of the Beast is already here. I'll let you make your own decision. I think the you-know-what could be connected to a future Mark of the Beast and the digital ID. Don't forget, COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020, exactly 666 days after the CLADEX pandemic simulation, and vaccination does equal 666. But anyways, this digital ID stuff, it's all leading to Mark of the Beast, right? So that's the point Cody was making. Did the UK just seal their fate with all this digital ID, right? And again, Yom Kippur connected to sealing and judgment. And back to the verse, Revelation 7:4. It's about the 144,000 and sealing, right? So you have the verse about the 144, and here we are with all these 144s. Judgment. Yom Kippur connected to judgment, right? Yom Kippur 144, judgment 144. The full name of Charles is 144, Mark of the Beast 144. And we also have the 54 number. Yom Kippur is also 54, like terrorism 54, Jesuit Order 54, and Mark of the Beast also has that 54. Mark of the Beast 54. So it's also 46 weeks after Charles' birthday. Heaton Park 46, like Heaton Park Synagogue. And remember, we were just connecting this to sealed and atonement. Remember, Yom Kippur is also called the Day of Atonement. I don't know if I have that written here. Yes, right down here at the bottom. It's also known as the Day of Atonement. All right. So 46 weeks from Charles' birthday. Heaton Park 46, sealed 46, atonement 46. So the suspect is Jihad al-Shami. Of course, jihad is a holy war. And remember, we're connecting this to the Synagogue of Satan, right? Well, his name, Jihad al-Shami, is 55 and 80, like Satan is 55 and 80. And let me look at something real quick. Let me pull up the calculator. There might be another 55 and 80. I know there's other 55s connected to Satan, like lightning and fallen angel. Let's see, because Satan falls like lightning. All right, lightning. See how lightning has the 55? It's got the 55 and the 100. Let's see. Fallen angel. Fallen Angel has the 55. What am I thinking of? There's some other 80s. Baphomet is 80. The Beast is 80. Anyways, we'll just keep it with the 55 and the 80. But, anyways. So Jihad al-Shami has the 55 and the 80, like Satan is 55 and 80, right? And what's the 10:18? Remember Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And also connects to Obama. Barak means lightning, Bama the heights. His name's Jihad, right? You know, Jihad equals Obama. Fun fact. Obama Jihad. See how Obama equals Jihad in 3 ciphers? And remember Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barak means lightning, Bama the heights. I've been talking a lot lately with the portraits and King Charles and Obama. That's too much to get into, but anyways, also with Keir Starmer, Obama's his mentor. Go watch the video I did last night. I covered all the connections, but anyways, it's 10 months and 18 days from King Charles' birthday. And Luke 10:18, the verse about Satan, right? And this guy's name has the 55 and 80 like Satan. And then again, lightning is 55 and fallen angels 55. That's why in the Little Nas X video with Jay Christ with the Luke 10:18 Satan shoes, he's wearing the number 55 jersey when he's playing basketball against Satan. Remember, Satan shoes equals Antichrist. There were 666 pairs that sold for $1,018 a pair, like Luke 10:18. Obama's represented in that video. What does Jihad have to do with this? That's the guy's name. The suspect is 35-year-old Jihad al-Shami. And a jihad is a holy war, right? And this is a Muslim name with a Jewish synagogue. So hopefully you see the connection. But yeah, his name equals Satan. And remember, I was making the connection to the synagogue of Satan, right? Well, speaking of Satan, right, look how perfect. He's 35 years old, right? Guess what Satan equals? 35 also. And what else is 35? Atonement and sealed. Come on now. Tell me that's not a good connection. And again, thank you to Cody for helping out with this. But, I mean, we just talked about sealed and atonement have the 46 weeks from Charles' birthday. Sealed and atonement are also 35 like Satan, and this suspect is 35 years old, and his name equals Satan. This is all connected to the synagogue of Satan, and it's 10 months, 18 days from Charles' birthday. That's the verse about Satan coming to earth. All right? And guys, please hit that like button when you come in. Very much appreciated. So Cody also pointed this out. This was 726 days after the alleged attack on Israel. 726. Revelation equals 726. The Torah equals 726. Don't forget Antichrist equals 726. Here, I got a 726 list over here. Hold on. Let me find it. Big number with Obama. Give me a second, I'll find it. Since I already brought up Obama. Yeah, Antichrist, 726. President Obama, 726. Yes, we can, 726. Obama's slogan. Remember, you listen to Yes, we can backwards, you'll hear Thank you, Satan. Affordable Care Act, 726. That came from Obama. Birtherism, 726. Fallen Angel Obama, 726. The King of Babylon, 726. Revelation, 726. And also, strong, 726, is harpazo. Rapture, right? But anyways, 726 days after October 7th. Remember, October 7th was 64 days from Obama's birthday. Israel equals 64. Barack Hussein Obama, 64. The Antichrist, 64. And then Israel declared war 666 days before Obama's 64th birthday. So, still connecting this to King Charles, it's 43 days before his birthday. Manchester, 43. Freemasons, 43. Masonic, killing, Lucifer, they're all 43. So we got 322 days after his birthday, 43 days before his birthday, like Manchester, 43. And speaking of Freemasons, this happened specifically in Crumpsaw, if that's how you pronounce it. Let's talk about the 115s first. Crumpsaw 115. Crumpsaw 115, Freemasons 115, Masonic and killing 115. And then the 56 number, big number. Not only is Crumpsaw 56, but Manchester is also 56 in the same cipher. Like Freemasons 56. Masonic ritual is 56. Royal family 56. Coronation 56. Remember, the coronation was on 5/6. And remember, coronavirus equals 56. It's got corona in there. Just real quick. See, royal family is 56. See, coronation is 56. It was on 5/6. Masonic ritual 56. And you know what else is 56? Where is it here? Keir Starmer is 56. Like Society of Jesus, that's the Jesuits. We talked about the 144 earlier with the Jesuits. Hey, Cody, don't worry, we're going to do a recap on this one. And I just was giving you a shout out. But yeah, Keir Starmer got the 56 and the 79 like Society of Jesus. And yeah, so there's your 115s and your 56s. And then also, this was a ramming at a synagogue. Ramming is 39. Well, here, let's start with the 42s. Ramming, 42. Freemason, 42. Jesuit, 42. Synagogue, 42. Right? And then ramming is also 39, like synagogue, 39. Masonry, 39. And what verse are we connecting this to? Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie. All right. That might be it. All right, guys. Stick around. We're going to do a recap. Maybe Cody has some new information to add, so don't go anywhere yet. But yeah, if anyone wants to help out, very much appreciated. I'm not monetized, so thank you so much to everyone who does support. Very much appreciated. And I'll also have links in the description and the comments when I'm done. All right, Cody, let me know if you have anything to add. So, long story short, let's do a quick recap here. Or actually, you know what? There was more. There was more to add. I didn't go through all my tabs. Hold on. We also have Heaton Park Synagogue 888, like the Synagogue of Satan, 888. What else did we have? I think just one other thing with Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer's birthday is September 2nd. So it's 30 days from his birthday. England equals 30. And see how England's also 57. Today does have 57 date numerology. 10 plus 2 plus 20 plus 25, 57. All right, and it's 30 days from Starmer's birthday. It's also 4 weeks and 2 days. All right, we did just talk about the 42. See how it's 4 weeks and 2 days from Starmer's birthday? Ramming 42, Synagogue 42, right? So you could say that also. All right, let's do a recap here. So it's 322 days from King Charles' birthday. He's deeply shocked and saddened. Of course, this is in the UK where he's the king. 322, the number of skull and bones. We just talked about this with Charlie Kirk, who died allegedly 322 weeks after the first episode of the Charlie Kirk show. It was also 6 years, 66 days after the first episode. And then we had the music video, She's My Kind of Crazy, with Erica Kirk in it, where she left a comment that said, I had a blast shooting with Tyler as she's flying past the 910. Charlie Kirk died on 910, allegedly. That music video is 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And he died he got shot at 12:23, which has a 322 backwards. So we've been talking a lot about the 322. Here it is again. 322 days from Charles' birthday. And this happened at Heaton Park Synagogue, which is 223, which is 322 backwards, like Skull and Crossbones, which is the logo, and the Synagogue of Satan is 223. And Revelation 3:9 says, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie. And you see how Heaton Park Synagogue is a perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan. And here it is, a little bit clearer for you. Heaton Park Synagogue, perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan in 3 out of the 4. How about that? All right, so you get the 322 and the 223 connection. Don't forget Masonic is also 223. That's in Jewish. Where did that go? Here it is. Masonic is also 223. And then here's where Cody was very helpful. And Cody, I made some additions. You pointed out that Revelation 7:4, the verse about the 144,000, and they were sealed, right? Well, to add to what you found, Cody, notice how stabbing and Jewish are 74. Isn't that fitting? Like Revelation 7:4. So anyways, Revelation 7:4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. And then today is Yom Kippur, is connected to sealing through the belief that God inscribes a person's fate for the coming year on Rosh Hashanah and seals the verdict on Yom Kippur. And then, yes, Yom Kippur is directly related to judgment within the Jewish tradition. It's also known as the Day of Atonement. All right, so we got the 144 and the sealing and judgment connected to Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur 144, judgment 144, the full name of Charles, Charles Philip Arthur George 144, Mark of the Beast 144. And like Cody pointed out, did the UK just seal their fate with this digital ID stuff in the last week, which is, going to lead to the Mark of the Beast? It'll be connected to digital ID. It'll be who knows what the mark's going to be, but obviously they're moving towards that, right? Anyways, then we also have Yom Kippur 54, terrorism 54. If I forgot to mention it again, Jesuit order is also 144, but Yom Kippur is also 54, like Jesuit order, like terrorism. And then remember, Mark of the Beast is also 54, like Yom Kippur. So there's that. 46 weeks after Charles' birthday, Heaton Park 46, sealed 46, atonement 46. The suspect, Jihad al-Shami, his name equals Satan. We're connecting this to the Synagogue of Satan. It's also 10 months and 18 days from Charles' birthday, Luke 10:18, where Satan comes to earth. And Luke 10:18, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, right? And Barak means lightning, bomb of the heights, jihad equals Obama. But and jihad is a holy war. Don't forget, Charlie Kirk had the lightning bolt on his tent, Don't forget MAGA, the highest degree of the Church of Satan. But anyways, the suspect is 35 years old. Satan equals 35. Sealed, 35. Atonement, 35. Doesn't that fit in perfectly? And then remember the verse about the 144,000 that are sealed, right? Revelation 7:4, when stabbing and Jewish are 74, but also killing and Masonic 74, but that's in the book of Revelation, right? And Revelation equals 726, so does the Torah. It's 726 days after the attack on Israel. Let me see what Maggie said. Whoops. Sorry, I got blurry there for a second. I touched my screen. Days of Awe, also 99, 36, and 45, in addition to 144. Here, let's look that up. Days of Awe. In Judaism, the High Holy Days, also known as High Holy Days or Days of Awe, the holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Days of Awe, okay, let's type that in. So there's your 144. I feel like there were other 99s. Oh, look at that. Is that what you're saying, Maggie? Yom Kippur equals Days of Awe. Look. You got Yom Kippur 99, Days of Awe 99. Yom Kippur 144, Days of Awe 144. And then Yom Kippur 45, Days of Awe 45. Got the same 3 ciphers. So that's a great find by Maggie. I think there might have been another 99. This deeply shocked and saddened. Let me see. Yeah, it did have the 99 there. But that's not that big of a deal, but that's what he said. But yeah, let's just do Yom Kippur Days of Awe. Cody or Maggie, do you have any other 99s? What's that, Rapture? Yeah, Rapture's 99. And remember, that's the Harpazo number, 726. Yom Kippur. So Yom Kippur has the 99 and the 45, like Rapture, 99, 45. That's interesting. Anyways, let's not focus on the gematria of Rapture. For the record, I do believe in a rapture on this channel. 1 Thessalonians 4, 16 through 17, we're going to be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. I just don't know when it is, and nobody does. Yom Kippur, Days of Awe. But yeah, the key point there, that 144, that's a great addition. So hopefully when people watch this on the replay, they won't check out. They'll stick around. Here, let me check in with the chat here. Yep, I see that, Maggie. All right, what do you guys think? Pretty spot on here. with these connections. So we can add this to the list. Days of Awe 144. Right here, Days of Awe. Let me type out something real quick. I never looked up October 2nd. Just for fun. And it's got the 80 and the 35 like Satan. $57 like England. But anyways. Okay. Oh, wait, what was it? October 2nd. We did talk about the 35. Actually, that does fit in. We talked about the 80 and the 35 specifically with the suspect, didn't we? See? Jihad al-Shami, 80. Satan, 80. October 2nd, 80. And it's also 35. And he was 35 years old, right? Like atonement, sealed, and Satan. But yeah. Days of Awe, 144. To go with Yom Kippur, Judgment, the full name of Charles, and Mark of the Beast, and Jesuit Order. They're all 144. So again, 726 days after October 7th, 2023. Revelation and the Torah, 726, also a big number with Obama. I went over all that. 43 days before Charles' birthday. Manchester, 43. Freemasons, Masonic, killing, Lucifer, they're all 43. Crumpsaw has the 115, like Freemasons, Masonic, and killing. And then we got the 56. Crumpsaw, 56. Manchester, 56. Freemasons, Masonic Ritual, Royal Family, they're all 56. Coronation, 56, which was on 5-6. And then Keir Starmer has the 56, like Society of Jesus, 56. That's the Jesuits to go with the other Jesuit connections. Remember, Jesuit Order, 144. And then Ramming, 42. Synagogue, 42. Freemason and Jesuit, 42. Remember, it's 4 weeks and 2 days from Keir Starmer's birthday. And then we got the 39, like Revelation 39. Ramming, 39. Synagogue, 39. Masonry, 39. And this whole thing's connected to Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie. And again, it's England is also 57 and 30. It's 30 days from Keir Starmer's birthday. And today has 57 date numerology. But yeah. Let me go through the tabs again, make sure that was it. But yeah, Heaton Park Synagogue equals the Synagogue of Satan. Can you believe it? Cody, anybody else? Anyone have anything to add that I missed? Let me know. Again, if anybody wants to help out, very much appreciated. Not monetized, so thank you to everyone who does support. But yeah, nice and simple. I think it's pretty clear to see this is another ritual all by the numbers. 322 days from Charles' birthday. And then Heaton Park Synagogue has the 223, like skull and crossbones, and the Synagogue of Satan, the backwards 322. And Heaton Park Synagogue, perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan. Revelation 3:9, right? Who say they are JEWS and are not, but do lie. So I think that's definitely one of the key points. And then obviously the connection with Revelation 7:4, when stabbing and Jewish are 74, and talks about the sealed and the 144, and Yom Kippur is about the sealing and the judgment, and Yom Kippur 144, judgment 144, Charles' full name 144, like Mark of the Beast, and the UK just sealed their fate with the digital ID, right? And then you got sealed and atonement connections, the whole thing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. To the people that watch this later on, let me know. Much love, everyone. Got my new shirt on. Jesus is coming soon. Are you ready? I like to wear that whenever I go to the store, which isn't often. But anyways, I felt like wearing that shirt today. Hopefully you're ready for Jesus coming soon. I know I am. Let me check in with the chat here. Apache Ghost, Jim, Barb, Maggie, Tabernacle, Trish, Eve, Gene, Splice, Bones Jones. Cody, are you still in here? Hey Elena, much love. But yeah, make sure you guys watch all the recent videos. I had to make a part 2 on, I went live for 3 hours last night. I had a big confirmation with, because I had been talking about Bad Bunny, Charlie Kirk, and the snake connection. And then the Charlie Kirk show put out a video yesterday about Bad Bunny, and they showed a snake within the first 30 seconds. And what I missed, in that same video, after 52 seconds, they show Bad Bunny with a snake in his hair. His hair is like a snake. So I was kicking myself like I do, and I had to make a part 2. So make sure you watch that. I go over, I'm not going to go over it right now, but in part 2 I go over all the snake connections of obviously snake eyes and the snake poem and the snake year and the bunny connections. We have Bad Bunny, we got the Bad Bunny and iPet Go 2, the Bad Bunny and Donnie Darko. The assassin in Snake Eyes is Tariq Rabbit, Rabbit like a bunny. His initials TR like Tyler Robinson. And Trump's Casino and the Jezebel and in September and all the stuff. It's too much to keep repeating, but yeah, make sure you watch part 2 to see the snake in the hair of Bad Bunny. And if you want, you can watch the whole 3-hour live stream on fast forward. You get it done in half the time. We covered a lot. Wound up covering all the 666s with Obama, all the 222s and stuff. So we're actually going to keep a live stream nice and short today. And hopefully I didn't miss anything too big. If I did miss anything, I'll make a post about it. I'll put it in the comments, or I will, you never know, make a part 2. Make sure you do check the community posts, all right? Because I do post there often. And also make sure you're subscribed to my backup channel, which is in the description and the comments. Follow me on Facebook if you want. And yeah, keep up in different ways. Does anybody have anything to add? Let me know. If not, we will wrap it up. I'll hang out another minute or two just to make sure. Yeah, Maggie's talking about Ball Don't Lie and The Illusion. Yep, follow them too. Also, check out Franchot, Blue, Jurassic Liars. Lots of good decoders out there. Of course, Rambo is on with Ball Don't Lie and Cody. You got a Call for an Uprising. Hive Mind Nation. Check out Dr. Savage. He makes a lot of community posts. I always forget somebody. But yeah, there's a lot of great decoders out there doing a good job. All right, guys, I guess we covered it all. Thank you, William. Thank you, Trish. He is risen. Much love, everyone. Thank you for the great additions, Maggie. Thank you, Cody, for all your help. Here, let me go spy on Cody's channel real quick. We'll make sure there's no new comments over there. Yeah, 007, it is getting out of control. I don't call it a simulation, though. I call it a biblical matrix, but I get what you're talking about. Yeah, Fittest Flat Earther has some good stuff. Yeah. I don't agree with all his findings, but yeah, he's got some good stuff. Much love, Apache Ghost. I tell you, Decoding with Cody, he's got the best comment section on YouTube. So, people always leave good comments over there. Let's just make sure there's nothing new. Make sure you go check out Cody's video also. Didn't you show a photo of Erica with a gold snake on her head too? Somebody was talking about that. I think I saw it somewhere, but I wasn't able to find it again. I can try to look it up real quick. I wouldn't be surprised. There's obviously a snake connection here with the year of the snake and snake eyes. But yeah, someone's saying there's a picture of Erica Kirk with like a snake in her hair or something. If I find it, I'll post it on the community post. But I feel like I did see someone share it. It was like a cover photo on someone's video, and I didn't save it. But yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, go watch the part 2 I did on Bad Bunny. It's a short video, it's 6 minutes. I showed the snake in Bad Bunny's hair. And again, right after I made my video connecting Bad Bunny to Charlie Kirk and the snake, the Charlie Kirk channel put out a video about Bad Bunny. They show a snake on the wall in the first 30 seconds, and then what I missed in the live stream, they show it Bad Bunny with a pink like extension in his hair, and it looks like a snake. And that was like 52 seconds into the video. So what happened was I rushed out my decode without watching the whole thing, and I missed the biggest part, but oh well. Erica Kirk's birthday is coded into this synagogue attack. How so, Cody? Let me know. Like from her birthday till today? And I still need to go check your comment section. We'll see if we can still keep this under an hour. It's on a Call for an Uprising website. What's the connection with Erica Kirk, Cody? Bone says Yom Kippur Synagogue attack is 107 like King Charles. Remember the full name of Charlie Kirk, 107. Let's see. It's a good comment by Bones. Yeah, Jim, I did multiple decodes on Erica Kirk in the music video with the 910 and had a blast shooting with Tyler. If you go from Charles becoming king to today is 1120 days, and if you go from his coronation to today, it's 880. And her birthday is 11/20/88. Awesome, and I think Heaton Park Synagogue was 88. Heaton Park Yeah. Heaton Park Synagogue equals 88. And remember, Charlie Kirk was allegedly shot 88 days from his birthday. Turning Point USA is 88. Trump is 88. The actor who played Charles Kirkland, who gets shot in the neck in Snake Eyes, was 88 years old when Kirk got shot. And Erica Kirk was born in 88. And Carla Gugino, the lady in the white from Snake Eyes, who went on to play Elizabeth Kirk in a movie about assassins this year, she started acting in the year 88. But yeah, Heaton Park Synagogue is 88. And Cody is saying it's 800 and... what do you say? King Charles becoming king to today is 1120 days. And if you go from his coronation to today is 880. And today is Donnie Darko Day too? Oh, man. Oh, is that when Frank the Rabbit tells him? Is it today? Man. Yeah, on October 2nd, 88. Yeah. Remember, the guy who plays Frank the Rabbit was born September 10th, like Charlie Kirk's death date. 88 days from Trump's birthday, he was born. Frank the Rabbit gets shot. Frank equals Donald. Rabbit equals Trump. The numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88. The movie takes place in 88. And the full name of Jake Gyllenhaal equals 88, who plays Donald J. Darko. Yeah. Okay, so... but yeah, Cody, if you wind up doing another video on it, Heaton Park Synagogue equals 88. So it's 1120 days. Here, when did he become king? Let's see, the coronation was 5/6. 23, so it's 880 days. There's your 88. Like Erica born in 88. And yeah, Heaton Park Synagogue equals 88. I guess I can pull this up and show you. Today is 444 months since that Donnie Darko. Oh, wow. 444, stabbing. And Jewish are 444. Yeah, let me just start pulling up stuff. When did Charles become king? Okay. When was Charles' coronation? Okay. So there's the 880. Let me pull up the 1120. That way I can show you guys all this. This is why you should never leave early. I can't recap the whole thing. I already did the recap, but you'll have to go back and rewatch from the beginning on fast forward. I don't want to recap everything a third time. There could have been some 37s. I don't remember right now. So Charles became king 9/8/2022. So that's 11/20, like Erica's birthday. Her birthday's 11/20/88. So it's 11/20 days from when he became king. It's 880 days after the coronation. And Heaton Park Synagogue is 88. Like the movie is set in 88. Today's Donnie Darko Day. And movie set in 88. Numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88. Frank the Rabbit, born 88 days from Trump's birthday. Is Frank the Rabbit 4442? Well, we tried to keep it under an hour. Heaton Park Synagogue 88. It's 888 days after the coronation, and it's 1120 after he became king. Erica Kirk's birthday, 11/20/88. Here's Donnie Darko, October 2nd, 88. I just went through all the 88s there. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I know I do too many times. But yeah, let's see. Let's type in October 2nd, 1988. (1988) and you got 444 months. And let's see, what's 444? We'll just pull up Sumerian and Jewish. So of course stabbing would equal 444, right? So we got that connection. And then Jewish would be 444. And then killing would be 444. And Gene thinks Frank the Rabbit is 444. Frank the Rabbit. And Jewish is 444. Look at that. Neat. It's good teamwork, guys. Man. Yeah, that's a crazy, man, what a crazy matrix we're in here. So 444 months after Donnie Darko Day. Frank the Rabbit, 444. Stabbing, killing, Jewish, they're all 444. 1120 days after he became king. 880 days after the coronation. Erica Kirk's birthday, 11/20/88. And Heaton Park Synagogue, 88. All right. Those are some interesting observations at the end, man. All right. I'm glad we got that in there. Yeah, Latin's the same as Jewish, yeah. Anybody have anything to add to all that? And again, if you came in late, you definitely want to go back and rewatch from the beginning. I'll have to make a post and let people know. Make sure you stay all the way to the end. Well, thank you, Cody, for those great additions. Let me go check Cody's comment section. Oh, I never checked Bones Jones fine. Donnie Darko releases 119. Erica, born 1 month, 19 days after Donnie Darko. Oh, wow. It never ends, right? What did Bones find that I was going to look up? Where'd your comment go, Bones? Yeah, Donald 119. Yeah. Yom Kippur Synagogue Attack 107. King Charles 107. Let's see. Yom Kippur Synagogue Attack 107. And then King Charles 107. Yep. And again, the full name of Charlie Kirk was 107. And isn't Wood Snake 107? Yep. We're in the year of the Wood Snake. What did Maggie have? Yeah, Jane Goodall. Yep. Wasn't there something about a Cobra meeting? Keir Starmer to chair emergency Cobra meeting after synagogue terror attack? To go with the snake connection? Keir Starmer to chair emergency Cobra meeting? I'm sure that factors in some way. Revelation 2:9 also mentions the synagogue of Satan and stabbing is 29. Yep. That's a good point. Let's see. Jewish is also 29. So Jewish and stabbing, they're both 29. Man, we're going to end up being here for 2 hours if we keep going. You found Erica's snake photo? How do I find it? Here, first, let's look up Cobra meeting. Oh, Cobra equals 39. Oh, my goodness. And 33. But yeah, we talked about the 3:9. Revelation 3:9. Ramming 39. What was it? Synagogue 39. Revelation 3:9 about the synagogue of Satan. So it's a Cobra meeting. So yeah, Cobra has the 33, but I think the 39 is more important right now because we talked, this whole thing is connected to Revelation 3:9. And then we'll talk about Revelation 2:9. Man, we're going to have to pull up the old phone stand again. So to go with all the snake connections, Keir Starmer to chair emergency Cobra meeting. Of course, a cobra is a snake. Cody says Keir Starmer 56, same cipher as Donnie Darko. Starmer born 26 years 30 days before Donnie Darko Day. Here, let me read this again. Keir Starmer 56, same cipher as Donnie Darko. Starmer born 26 years 30 days before Donnie Darko Day, and 263 is the 56th prime. Wow. Good stuff. So yeah, to go with all the snake connections we've been making, go watch my snake videos. I guess I got to pull that up now. Anyways, let me not lose focus here, but and let me know how you find the photo of Erica with the snake. Keir Starmer to chair emergency Cobra meeting. Cobra 39. Let's pull the old Facebook back up. We talked a lot about 3:9. This is all connected to Revelation 3:9. Remember, Heaton Park Synagogue is a perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan in 3 ciphers, which say they are JEWS and are not but do lie. I can't click on a link. I'm on my phone, but can you tell me how to find it? That would be helpful. So Cobra 39, ramming 39, synagogue 39, Revelation 3:9 about the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JEWS and are not but do lie. And we have a perfect connection to that right here. Heaton Park Synagogue. Where is it? I got so many tabs open now. Maybe I got rid of it. I did get rid of a few tabs. Oh, here's the blurry version. But Heaton Park Synagogue, perfect match to the Synagogue of Satan. In 3 out of the 4. All right. Revelation 3:9 about the Synagogue of Satan, ramming 39, synagogue 39, and now we can add Cobra 39 because Keir Starmer had a Cobra meeting. And then, since we're talking about snakes, let's go ahead and just I won't spend much time on this, but here's my video from the other day. Bad Bunny, Snake Eyes, all connected to Charlie Kirk. Then the Charlie Kirk channel put out this video. Bad Bunny is bad for America, which I think equaled snakier. But look what I missed in the video. This is the same video, the Charlie Kirk show. Look at Bad Bunny's hair. Does that not look like a snake in his hair? Bad Bunny, perfect match to the snake. And then look what they show in the first 30 seconds. A snake on the wall. And then, by the way, another 31. I think Bad Bunny's birthday is March 10th. Which is 310. Drop the 0. You'd have another 3-1, right? 3-1. Drop the 0. But anyways, that's not important. What's more important is Bad Bunny is 31 years old, like Charlie Kirk was 31. And, of course, we've been connecting this to Snake Eyes and that whole thing. We're in the year of the snake, Trump with the snake poem, and TPUSA equals snake, including the 31. And snake equals 31, Genesis 3:1, the verse about the snake. TPUSA equals Utah, and Utah equals snake. And then we're in the year of the snake, which is 225. Kirk allegedly died 225 days after the year of the snake began. 22 weeks, 5 days till the end of the year of the snake. And he was shot in Orem. Orem means serpent or snake. State Farm Stadium, shaped like a snake. And again, Bad Bunny, right, going to be at halftime. Remember, you have a Super Bowl trophy in the woman's head and an iPet goat too. But yeah, Bad Bunny equals the snake. Anyways, I covered all this. But yeah, to go with the snake theme we've been talking about, now we got the Cobra meeting. Now let's go back to, somebody mentioned Revelation 2:9 also mentions the Synagogue of Satan. Revelation 2:9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of which say they are JEWS and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's Revelation 2:9. And then synagogue, or not synagogue, but stabbing and Jewish are 2-9. So is Masonic, for the record. So yeah, I'm going to have to make some additional slides when we get done for Facebook and the community post. But yeah, Masonic, 29. And there might be others I'm missing. Jewish, 29. And stabbing, it's also 29. So we got the 29 and the 39 connection. It's Revelation 2:9 and Revelation 3:9 that mention the synagogue of Satan. All right, does anybody else have anything to add? Yeah, let me turn this around. Keir Starmer called the person a vile individual, 153. Yeah, Keir Starmer's birthday is 2-9 or 9-2. Yeah, they write it differently over there. Yeah, he called him a vile individual. Okay. And Gene is saying that's 153. Like Jesuit Order 153 and the Illuminati 153. I think somebody in the chat mentioned another 153 earlier. And does anyone know how I can find that Erica Kirk photo? Vile individual is 153 and 72. Like Jesuit Order is 153 and 72. So there's that also. Anyone know how I can find this Erica Kirk? People are saying there's like a photo of her with a gold snake in her hair. I'd love to find that photo, but again, if I find it later, I'll post it to the community posts and Facebook. Again, make sure you're keeping up with those. And speaking of community posts, I'll tell you this right now. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, he's supposed to be sentenced tomorrow. I have no interest in making another video about Puff Daddy, and I already decoded the sentencing 2 months ago. So I'm probably not going to do a video on Puff Daddy unless there's something big and I change my mind. I've been talking about Puff Daddy for 2 years. I'm over it. I think most of you guys on this channel don't care about Puff Daddy at this point, or never did. It's just another distraction. Long story short, here, I'll show you the big thing about Puff Daddy real quick. I'll show you all you need to know. But yeah, I'm probably not doing a video on it tomorrow. It'll be a community post. Cody says Starmer is exactly 757 months old today. 757, the 134 prime, so look for the 134s. All right. Will do. Isn't Make America Great Again 134? Yeah, I know there's others, but... What am I doing? Oh, Puff Daddy real quick. I'll just show you the couple connections. That way I don't have to make a video about it tomorrow. We'll do it live right now. I'll show you the key points. You never know. I could change my mind, but if people ask me about it tomorrow, I'm just going to say go check the end of the live stream. So his trial started on May 5th, 2025 with jury selection. How about 666 months after he was born? And the trial was for sex trafficking, which equals 666. How about that? And it started when he was 55 years old. Satan equals 55. And they called it a criminal enterprise, which is 666, like sex trafficking. And it happened in New York, which is 666, 666 months after he was born. So what do you think? Case closed, right? Puff Daddy and the Freak Offs. Freak Offs, perfect match to Puff Daddy. What else do you need to know? He was found guilty 241 days from his birthday. Sean Diddy Combs, 241. That video came out. It was in the news May 17th. 138th day of the year, Sean John Combs, 138. And then we can skip through a lot of this. Surveillance video came out 101 days before Cassie's birthday. Surveillance video 101. The hotel footage was released 195 days after his birthday. Hotel footage 195. Including the end date 196 days after his birthday. Surveillance video 196. It's going to be on 10-3 Jesuits 103. And there were a lot of Jesuit connections we just went past. But the trial was for sex trafficking, which equals 152. Sean Combs, 152. The sentencing's supposed to be 152 days after the trial started. And the old 33. It's going to be 33 days from his birthday, guys. Federal, New York, Masonry 33. I think October's also 33. I think I made another slide. Yeah, see? It's going to be 33 days from his birthday. New York, October, Federal, Masonry, they're all 33. Of course, we had all the 33s with, I'm not going to go through the whole list, but the 33-hour manhunt, the suspect arrested 33 days from Kirk's birthday, the funeral in Glendale, 33, which was 3 weeks and 3 days from Kirk's birthday at 33 degrees north, and Neck and Freedom are 33, and a C 3 times 11, 33, and the 47 hats, you know, the whole thing. I don't want to repeat it for the 100th time. And then Tyler Robinson's case number adds up to 33. What are the odds, you know? And it's also going to be 39 days from Cassie's birthday, Puff Daddy, Federal, October, Masonry, they're all 39. But yeah, the big thing with Diddy, besides the fact that Puff Daddy equals freak offs, yeah, trial started 666 months after he was born for sex trafficking, which is 666, like New York, and nothing but a big distraction, and I really don't feel like talking about it much more. Sean Diddy Combs got the 56 and 79 like Society of Jesus, but yep, you got the 666 connection and the freak offs connection. That's the big thing. So there's your Diddy decode, if you were wondering. Was I about to look up something else? I don't know. Let me set this down. And thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Hey, Raymond. Hey, back once again. Good to see you. Hey, Lorna. Just search Erica Francie photos. That's how you found it. Okay. All right, after I type in Erica Francevy and hit images, what do I got to do? How far down do I got to go? Oh, is this it? I think this is the picture everyone's talking about. Yeah, it does look like a snake, doesn't it? Looks like a snake head. Is that it, y'all? So I'm not going to repeat all the snake connections. I already mentioned them today. You'll have to go back. If you came in late, you want to go back and rewatch this whole thing, okay? But yeah, look at that. Looks like a snake in her head. Where's Bad Bunny at? I want to show you Bad Bunny's hair again. Now I feel like I gotta... I'll just go over the list one more time with the snakes. One more time. It'll take too long to say everything, but I'll try to catch it all. So I made a video the other day connecting Bad Bunny, snakes, Erica Kirk, She's My Kind of Crazy, all of it. Then the Charlie Kirk channel put out Bad Bunny is Bad for America. All right? At 52 seconds into their video, they show Bad Bunny with this hair that looks just like a snake, right? It's got a snake on his head. Bad Bunny equals the snake. And then 30 seconds into the video, same video, they show a snake on the wall. So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. And now we have this picture of Erica Kirk with the snake. How about that? We're in the year of the snake, guys. Huh, that's some Matrix. Thanks, Cody. But yeah, Bad Bunny 31, like Kirk was 31. Snake 31, TPUSA 31. It's Genesis 3:1, the verse about the snake in the garden. And we got Snake Eyes, where Charles Kirkland is shot in the neck, which is connected to Tyler taking a fall, and the assassin with the TR initials, his name's Rabbit, and the Jezebel and Trump's casino and all the million connections. I know I'm forgetting some because I've talked about it so much, but you got Snake Eyes, the snake poem, the snake year, TPUSA equals snake, Utah equals snake, Orem, where he was shot, means serpent or snake. The State Farm Stadium was shaped like a snake. Year of the Snake, 225. He died 225 days after the Year of the Snake began. 22 weeks, 5 days till the end of the Year of the Snake. Shout out to Cody for that find. TPUSA equals Utah. Utah equals snake. Bad Bunny equals the snake. And yeah. So we've been making all these snake connections. Right? Snake Eyes. That's how it started, pretty much. And there's Bad Bunny with the snake. And now we got Erica Kirk with the snake, man. Crazy, huh? So I'm glad we found that before we wrapped it up. Oh, she's got a 33 in her hair too, right here, to go with all the 33s, the 33-hour manhunt and all the whole list, right? Yeah, I could see a 33 there, conveniently placed. All right, there you go. Take a screenshot, share it everywhere, let them know you found it watching this channel. She's got the helix in the hair, yeah. Triple strand. Yep, good observations, guys. We're pretty awake over here. We know what's up. All right, guys. Anything else? Got the Cobra meeting today. Covered that. Y'all have to make a post. If you came in late, you want to go back and watch all of it. What happens 9:23 into the movie? What movie? Gene? Lou Logan, the TV guy in Snake Eyes. He gets a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You know, including the end date, today is 31 days from Starmer's birthday. Look. So including the end date, 31 days from his birthday. Remember, Snake, 31. Genesis 3:1 about the snake. Bad Bunny and Charlie Kirk, 31 years old. TPUSA, 31. Now he's got the Cobra meeting today, right? Snake, 31. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, has anyone mentioned she has snake eyes? Yep. Yep. Man, this is one of them videos where I feel like I'm missing something. We'll have to put it in the comments, because we're finding something like every 5 minutes. So, I mean, there's always more to find. If I have to, I'll make a quick part 2, but yeah. Yeah, Year of the Snake, 225. Or wait, Trump and Erica birthday, 22 weeks and 5 days apart. Okay, that's another good one. Year of the Snake, 225. And again, Kirk was shot 225 days after the Year of the Snake began, 22 weeks, 5 days to the end of the Year of the Snake. And now Cody's telling us that Erica and Trump's birthdays are 22 weeks and 5 days apart. Here, let me confirm. 11/20 and 6/14. Yep. 22 weeks, 5 days. You know what else they are, Cody? 159 days apart. Why does that matter? Donald Trump equals 159. Kirk was shot 1 year, 59 days after Butler, and it was 159 months after Turning Point USA was founded. So Erica and Trump's birthdays are 159 days apart. Donald Trump, 159. Neato. Here, should I pull that up real quick? What is Norfolk, Virginia, Maggie? See how their birthdays are 159 days apart? We talked about Trump with the indictments last night with the 159. Remember, he had an indictment on the 159th day of the year when indictment's 159. And then he had another indictment for the insurrection 159 days from the anniversary of the insurrection when insurrection is 159, like Donald Trump, an indictment. But here, let's just see if I type in 159, if the photo I'm looking for will come up. We're always talking about Trump in the 159. iPet Goat 2, 159. Witchcraft, oh, look at that. Witchcraft and Master Mason, 159. Trump called him a master builder. See this indictment for Trump for the insurrection, 159 days before the anniversary of the insurrection. Donald Trump, an indictment, 159. And then he also had an indictment on the 159th day of the year. If I have to, I'll just pull up the Charlie Kirk decode. See that? Donald Trump indictment on the 159th day of the year. Donald Trump indictment 159. See? Classified documents, 159th day of the year. We had that shooting with Tamara on the 33rd floor connected to Trump. Remember that one? Too much to get into. The NFL building, 159 days from Roger Goodell's birthday. Rudin Management, 159. That was all connected to Trump. Here, I'll just type in Charlie Kirk so I can show you this. If you're wondering about the barrels, I used to sell barrels before my YouTube days. I used to sell sports memorabilia and whiskey barrels. Here's your 159. So what I'm pointing out, Erica Kirk's birthday and Donald Trump's birthday, they're 159 days apart. Remember, we just saw witchcraft, and Master Mason was 159. And see how Donald Trump's 159? And Kirk allegedly died 159 months after Turning Point USA was founded, and 1 year, 59 days after Butler. So there you go. And then like Cody said, it's also 22 weeks and 5 days. 225. Like Year of the Snake, 225. Kirk died 225 days after the Year of the Snake began. It was also 22 weeks and 5 days until the end of the Year of the Snake. And, of course, Trump has the snake poem. Here, let's just look it up. When does the snake year end? 216. 6 times 6 times 6. So let's do Kirk. 910 to 216. Oh, snap. Okay, that makes sense. Guys, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to make slides out of this. Guys, he died 159 days before the end of the snake year. Cody, are you seeing that? He died 159 days before the end of the snake year. To go with the fact that Erica and Trump are 159 days apart, 159 months after Turning Point USA was founded, 1 year, 59 days after Butler, Trump is the guy with the snake poem, guys. Snake Eyes, filmed in his casino. And he died 159 days to the end of the snake year. Donald Trump, 159. Witchcraft, 159. Jezebel witches. Hurricane Jezebel and Snake Eyes. Man, this is so deep, man. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Cody? But yeah, it's also 22 weeks and 5 days. Like Year of the Snake. Man, you know what? I'm going to have to... I got my pen here. I'm going to have to cover this I'll make some slides and post them to the community. I need the 159s with Erica and the snake. I need the picture of Erica with the snake on her head. I need to make a slide about the cobra. Yeah. Man, I won't make slides on the Donnie Darko stuff because that would be too much. But, yeah, I need to add that 159 there. Okay, I'm glad we stuck around today, man. And again, you guys know I've been talking about Trump and the 159s for years with the indictments and stuff. So, yeah, man. Oh, here, let me write down witchcraft and Master Mason. So yeah, look out in the community section. I'll be making some community slides tonight for sure. All right, guys. Does anybody have anything else? Charlie Kirk's birthday is 159 days after Leo became Pope, which was the day Charlie and Erica married. Oh my goodness. Charlie Kirk's birthday is 159 days after Leo became Pope, which is that's the anniversary. Pope married. I guess I can throw that in there. I guess I'm going to be busy. I'm always busy, man. This stuff keeps you busy nonstop. But yeah, I think that's a good addition. Consider Trump's the guy with the snake poem, that he died 159 days to the end of the snake year, and Donald Trump's 159. So they got married 159 days before Charlie's birthday. Oh, man. My head is spinning. Charlie and Leo, both from Chicago, yep. Where they have the 60606 and the 60666 zip codes. So they got married on May 8th, 2021. So what are you saying? Oh, 159 days before his birthday, which is 10/14. And this was in 2021, which is also 22 weeks and 5 days. Wow. Undeniable, huh? They got married May 8th, 2021, 159 days before Charlie's birthday. So 159 days from Charlie's birthday, he got married. He died with 159 days until the end of the snake year. He died 159 months after Turning Point USA was founded. He died 1 year, 59 days after Butler. Donald Trump is 159. Master Mason 159. Witchcraft is 159. And Cody's saying Scottish Rite is also 159. Remember, Tyler Robinson equals Scottish Rite. The Tyler guards the door. Wow. Well, those are some great additions, man. That one, see, I told you that when I did my walk and talk with Charlie Kirk, there are only a few numbers I mentioned. The big numbers I mentioned with Charlie Kirk right away was the 88 and the 159, if you remember. Wow. Well, this has been a heck of a show. We found a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting. So thank you, Cody, for the great additions again. And be on the lookout for the 159 slide now. Wow. I'll give it another minute or two. Wait for... If you got anything else, y'all, let me know. Jesus is coming. Let me know. I'll just sit here. Man. Well, do me a favor with this video, guys. Hit the like and the share. Leave a comment after the fact. You never know. Maybe some people will watch this. Let me check Cody's comments again. Back once again, wasn't it the debate that began 66 months, 6 days after COVID? You talking about Pegasus? Kirk assassinated 159 days after MLK assassination anniversary. All right, we'll add that too. Why not? The debate on the 16th and the simulation exercise started on the 18th. (9/16) is the debate, so that would be the 66, 3/11. (2020). So, hold on. I have so many tabs open. Let me close some of these. September 16th, Pegasus exercise. So what's the difference between the debate and when it started? Like, what was the debate about? So it actually started on September 18th, right? But what's the debate part? Because that's where you get the 666 with the 16th. Obviously, we know about the 666 and the simulations. I don't know if you can see it because it's getting dark in here now, but yep, COVID declared a pandemic 666 days after pandemic simulation. Trump inauguration was on MLK Day this year. Can you give me a little more information on the September 16th? So, I guess, long story short, this exercise Pegasus, a pandemic simulation, it was debated on September 16th, but it started on September 18th. Can't believe we're already in October. But yeah, you can see it was debated on September 16th, and that would have been 66 months and 6 days after COVID declared a pandemic. But then people will argue, they'll say, well, it actually started 2 days later. It was only debated that day. But anyway, still very interesting. I might make a community post on that too. We'll see. Yeah, the debate was on the 16th and the simulation exercise began on the 18th. But yeah, that is interesting that the debate for the simulation was held on the 16th. Yep, 66 months and 6 days. All right, let me set this down. Cody says I might need to do a video on this 159 thing. Yeah, Cody. Hold on. Yeah, if you do a video on it, just remember it was 159 days until the end of the snake year. And then, like I pointed out, it was 159 months after Turning Point USA was founded. It was 1 year, 59 days after Butler. Donald Trump, 159. Master Mason, 159. Witchcraft, 159. He called him a master builder. Martin Luther, 159. Nice. And if you want to throw in there, Trump had an indictment on the 159th day of the year when indictment's 159. And then he had another indictment for the insurrection, which was 159 days from the anniversary of the insurrection. Donald Trump, indictment, insurrection, they're all 159 in the same cipher. I've been talking about Trump in the 159 for several years now. So it's crazy to see all those connections. But yeah, I'm definitely going to make a slide out of it. I'm not going to make a separate video because we're doing it right now. But yeah, if you want to do a video on it, that wouldn't be a horrible idea. You could just do a quick video on just the 159. Could get you like 20,000 views. That's pretty good decode there. All right. Well, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I was going to end this around like 45 minutes. Here we are. Anyways, let's check Cody's comments one more time. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to go check another channel's comments too. because sometimes there's some good comments elsewhere. Right, yeah. That, Cody. I don't know if you want to mention that, though. That might throw some people off. They'll say you're stretching it. My beard's getting long. This is the longest it's been in years. I'm getting older. Got some grays in there. I'm not that old. I'm just fat and ugly. 34. I look like I don't know. I look homeless. I look tired, man. Alright, let's go check Cody's channel one more time. See if anyone left any new comments. Yeah, Cody, for sure. Alright, I don't see much new. Alright, guys, I think we'll call it. Alright. Let me make another note here. Alright, guys. I think we covered it pretty well today. Yeah, thank you, Captain Crunch. He said, am I back? I think you lost me for a second. Anyways, thank you, Captain Crunch. He said lots of wisdom for 34. Yep, all credit to God. He gets all the credit. I wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for God. And, yep, I used to be in idolatry, and I was living for the world, but once I said a sincere prayer of repentance and put God first in my life, he woke me up, and I started seeing numbers everywhere, and I was trying to figure out why am I seeing numbers, learned about gematria. Here we are, 6 years later. Thank you, Raymond. The debate with some MPs could formally question it before it started. This appears to be about legislation, accountability, transparency, and stuff. But of course, the government are putting a cover up by doing that, right? Yeah, it would have been too obvious to start it right then. They had to have the debate then, right? But we're on to them. Yeah, I might make a community post about that. So, thank you back once again. Cody, Gene, Maggie, Bones, everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Alright, guys, if you came in late, go back to the beginning, rewatch the whole thing on fast forward. I'm going to make a community post right now. Let people know, hey, go back and rewatch the whole thing because we found some wild stuff at the end, alright? If I missed anything, I'll put it in the comments or a community post. Make sure you're checking that. Facebook post. Find my backup channel in case I ever get a strike. And yeah, thank you, Apache Ghost, everybody. God's Postman, Maggie, Cody, Gene, everybody. Sorry if I missed any names. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being part of the channel. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.